And we welcome you back to the All-State kickoff, moments away from the start of this conference season. These will be the first two teams to play an SEC game in 2025. The rest of the conference will get started next week. Well, we mentioned the recent history. The last three meetings all decided by 3 points or less. Last time Ole Miss was here, it was an overtime win for Lane Kiffin. Improved at that position with his talents. A transfer from Missouri. And they give it to him to start, and he's ahead for just a couple. Davin Raynor leading the defensive surge for Kentucky, and Ole Miss, as usual, will go quickly. Alexander, Harrison Wallace III among the transfers. They think they'll be deeper at that position this year. Maybe not quite as talented at the top end. Lacey to the 43, chopped down after a 4-yard pickup. Result, Kentucky held the ball for more than 39 minutes in Oxford. Austin Simmons given plenty of time, running out of time, and down he goes near the line of scrimmage. Marquise Humphrey Grace.
A bit in their protection, they're able to loop it around, and there really should be no reason why pressure gets
for the Rebels from their own 36. Kewan Lacey trying to get outside. He got not, and he got blasted for no gain on the play.
Got to keep an eye now on Austin Simmons with that left ankle.
They line up quickly. Alexander went in motion. Kewan Lacey, the ball carrier, for a gain of 1. Simmons to the sideline, incomplete. Diving attempt made, but it falls to the turf. Intended again for Deuce Alexander. And what will Lane Kiffin do? He'll send the field goal team on. Oscar Bird, the punter, is the holder. Plenty of leg. And it is no good. It's credited defensive end who has played some linebacker, dropping way downfield, screened against some pressure. Dante Dowdell out of bounds, short of the line to gain by about 2.5 yards. After the play fake. Swung out wide, and a good tackle made by J.Q. Hardaway on Deuce Alexander. Catch Kentucky off guard. Low snap. Handled by Simmons. Laughs it up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Bryant. And back it comes to the 30-yard line. First interception of the season for Ty Bryant, a junior from right here in Lexington.
Zone coverage is what they employ. Bad snap, low and left. Simmons kind of panics, but Bryant baits him right into it. He thinks he's going to be taking the flat defender. He doesn't. Simmons never locates him, and it's a bad interception by the young, talented quarterback.
Wonder if the snap threw it off. They do sometimes question his decision-making. He has tremendous anticipation. Georgia State at Ole Miss in the end zone. They used it as a teaching point. Dante Dowdell running hard. And effectively to the 23-yard line. They get 7. 2nd and 10. There goes Law. Here comes that jet sweep. He has a blocker, McGowan, out in front. And Law out of bounds at the 12. Good play call by Bush Hamden.
Making a real effort to get him as many touches and manufacture as they can. But how about the block by McGowan? Said early in the show, these running backs are the tone setters. He decleats.
Willie Rodriguez went in motion. McGowan puts his head down. Touchdown, Kentucky. What an effort by Seth McGowan.
And center Jagger Burton just kicking it out right there. And a nice cut up inside by McGowan, who lowers his shoulder and finds pay dirt. Excellent work by this retooled offensive line.
Seth McGowan. What an effort. His second touchdown at one last week against Toledo. They took 8 plays to go 31 yards. Lacey. Simmons out of the gun. Kentucky brings heat. And they run away from it. Austin Simmons could not escape. Logan Diggs remains the running back. 3rd down and a long 9. And it's intercepted again. Again by Ty Bryant. And he's again inside the 35. Lane Kiffin sprinting out onto the field. He's going to calm down his young quarterback.
Up the middle, working against Bryson Sanders, the center. David Gusta goes right around him, forces the high throw. Terrific pass rush there from Kentucky, and they thought they were twitchier. They thought they were more athletic. They thought they would be better rushing the passer on the interior, and it showed off right there.
Goal range. Safe play. Kendrick Law stumbles down at the 15. I think that's the right approach, don't you? Take the field goal and maybe hope with that play call Law can do something special after the catch. Montana has a big leg. Made his only try last week against Toledo. From 33. And good. So it's the same formula. It's worked well for Mark Stoops. Played good defense, take advantage of chances. A moment ago, he was with Molly. A defense that knows how to play against this offense for Caden Lee. Another ball thrown into traffic and broken up.
Anything we've seen so far, this ball was behind. This ball was late. If the defender turns around a little bit earlier, might be able to pick it off. Just a batter's
getting the job done so far. On 3rd and 3, Simmons lowered his head and did not get the first down. Well, what do you do here if you're Lane Kiffin? The coordinator in his 8th year on staff, hoping for a stop. They go out of the gun and they're going to throw it, and it is caught. A big play down the sideline. Harrison Wallace down to the goal line. 4th and inches, and they go to a play-action pass, and a much-needed big play for the Rebs all the way to the 1, 55 yards, and they run up to the line quickly. Kewan Lacey, touchdown, Ole Miss. Well, these quick throws with one-on-one coverage, they're going to have to tackle well. Kentucky. Kewan Lacey, after the 23-yard pass play, gets them to the 17. Steven Souls Jr., talented linebacker, stopped it after a 4-yard pickup. He's starting to dominate in the yardage. Lacey got away from penetration and got a yard or two on a direct snap.
Up in here.
3rd down and 4. Simmons to the goal line. They signal touchdown. They will definitely take a look at it. It was close, but if it stands, not out there at the moment. Damian Taylor takes the direct snap, and he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it'll still be a snap to Taylor. It is, with lead blockers and a touchdown. Ole Miss leads for the first time today. Back. Fans don't like it when they think you want to leave. Calzada after the play fake. There's Willie Rodriguez, the tight end. Flag down in the offensive backfield. Calzada gesturing as if he got roughed.
Yeah.
TJ Daugherty and Centurion Perkins. From just shy of midfield, a good hole open for Dante Dowdell. 2nd and 10. Running room for Kendrick Law. And a good tackle. Down and 4. They are in field goal range for Cowett. Pressure brought by Pete Golding. Calzada on the run. Open receiver and a catch. And their first play of 10 yards or more today. And a first down.
And just a great job. They really lose track of him with the bunch. As you can see, Gilmore breaking open. It took Calzada a while to get there, but he finally got to the correct place. If he can get rid of that ball a little quicker, might have a chance to give Gilmore some run after.
Here's Coway from 31 to get them within 1. It is good. With 4.5 to go. Cy-Hawk rivalry, one of the best in college football, Iowa and Iowa State. Logan Diggs, the ball carrier.
By the corner. They need to get him up and talk Simmons out of it.
11-yard gain. Back to the run they go with Diggs. Artie Moore, the only others to do it. So off to a nice start with the Rebs. He slipped as he tried to make a cut on this artificial turf.
Tight coverage talked you out of that hitch they've thrown over and over again.
Lacey dropped for a loss. $50 yards plus in the first quarter off the upright from 51. In fact, at Western Kentucky, he was 14 out of 15 in his career from 40 plus. That one is more what you've come to expect from Carnero. Just telling him, we're going to run it, or at least take time off the play clock. Now if you pop a run, you go quick and you snap it, they stop it, you might have to punt the ball away. Now McGowan, he is out to the 47. And again, the 3 blown timeouts. He needs to get out of bounds. Jamori Macklin does. 57, right? I mean, if you run a play in bounds, the half's going to end.
Yeah. I mean, what you
and
can't
a fire
do.
drill. They can't take a penalty. My goodness.
Snap it and throw it away.
Snap it and throw it away. Do they get it off? They catch it in bounds. There is a flag down. J.J. Hester made the catch. Now this might be the difference between a field goal and not a field goal attempt and not.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 9 on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
Lyman flinched because he knew the play clock was about to run out. I mean, they had to snap the ball. Now Calzada. There's a flag down.
Wow.
And they believe it's a holding call against Kentucky. So briefly on the edge of field goal range and now not. Defense on for Ole Miss. They have 2 defenders back at their 5-yard line. Calzada has a strong arm. This is going to have the stats. Now he pitches it forward, I think. And it doesn't matter because he's out of bounds in the half. There is a flag down. That's an illegal forward pass down around the 33.
Pass on the offense, number 5. That penalty includes a loss of down. By rule, the half is over.
And not a moment too soon. 4.5 per carry. DeJon Stribling, the intended receiver. It is an incomplete pass to Ryan Nichols, sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Coverage.
And not well caught right there, obviously, with the drop, but well defended on a couple throws.
Good coverage by Quaysheed Scott on the punt. On first down, Kewan Lacey got stood up, so we're not yet 3 minutes into the second half, but neither team can gain an inch right now. That's 0.
Judas has him back behind the sticks.
Out of the gun, the handoff to Damian Taylor. Troy transfer, scored a touchdown in the first half. He got 1. That's a huge call. I think you throw it toward the end zone, try to get some breathing room and get away from this Kentucky team. They do throw it to the end zone. A lot of hand fighting and an incomplete pass. J.Q. Hardaway had the coverage on Harrison Wallace, who's clearly become the go-to receiver. Made from 41 and has made one from 28 to give Ole Miss a 7-point lead. McGowan, nice run and a first down. Their first of the quarter. McGowan lowers his head and got about 9. The run.
And just such a good finisher every time. Just finishes so hard on initial contact, lowering that shoulder. I mean, McGowan, you said from the onset, Sean, he runs angry, and that was on display there. Might have got away.
2nd and 1. Trying to bring pressure off the court. They have a wide open receiver. Jamari Macklin down to the 10-yard line. Might have been a touchdown. He had to wait for the ball to arrive from Calzada, who was probably stunned to see a receiver so 33 yards.
And just a perfect play call from Bush Hamden. They anticipate corner cat. They get it. Quick little double move. Get the safety who's coming up to play the corner spot to fight.
Second and goal from the 8. Lots of running room. McGowan's going to walk in. Untouched. Touchdown, Kentucky. Three all decided by 3 points or fewer, and this one's tied.
And a beautiful 56-yard completion to Macklin on the double move. Paid off moments later as McGowan breaks to the outside. And the Cats have life here in Lexington.
To go, 3rd quarter. The pitch out wide to Kewan Lacey, and he's collared around the 30-yard line for a pickup of 5. David Rayner made the tackle. Back to the ground with Lacey. Simmons might have been a design quarterback draw. He got stopped in his tracks near the first down marker. Receivers moving closer to the ball. Wallace, the motion man. Design run for Simmons. Trying to turn the corner. Touchdown, Austin Simmons. Impressive drive engineered by the sophomore. He takes them 75 yards in 8 plays. Back interceptions in the first half. Ole Miss is at 6 possessions. They've scored 3 touchdowns and kicked 2 field goals. So they have found the rhythm. Kewan Lacey dropped for a loss on first down. Sent the tight end Daquan Wright out to the left. And they try to surprise Kentucky with a run. Kewan Lacey swung down back at the 13-yard line. David Gusta leading the way. Alex Safari nearby as well. A loss of 3. Out of the pistol. McGowan, nifty cuts. First down. And he got a couple extra at the end of the run.
Lost here. Watch him slide inside, which allows McGowan to get to the outside, make one guy miss, and he's north and south, just guessing on the edge for Ole Miss's defense, results in a nice conversion
to go. Kentucky once up by 10, now trailing by 7. Lots of running room. And Dowdell taken down. Here's a decision for Mark Stoops. Rodriguez and Caddis. Play action pass after the motion. Laws wide open. First down to the 21. They set him in motion and it freed him up for an 18-yard gain.
To the right side, but watch number 3. Watch how far he slides inside as soon as the ball goes into the belly of the back.
Zach Calzada. Out wide, Caddis. It's broken up and there is no flag despite the protest on the Kentucky sideline. was the defender there for Ole Miss, the junior from Donaldsonville, Georgia.
Didn't look like he arrived early, too. I understand why the Boo Birds are out. As that ball is starting to arrive, he is already engaged in contact. You see that left arm go over the top and try to make a play, but to me, I think that probably should have been pass interference.
What about this one, too? Big miss by the officials. Calzada lofts it up into single coverage, and it's incomplete. Probably not even catchable for Hardly Gilmore, the fourth. And Kamir was to one of the officials. Mark Stoops is giving the line judge an earful. That is a bad time to miss a pass interference call. In terms of number of plays or time of possession. So now Ole Miss the ball midway through the fourth quarter, leading by 7. T1 Lacey stopped by Alex Afari, a 1-yard gain. Lacey again. A couple of rather conservative runs. It's a team that likes to play fast. Austin Simmons takes off running 3 straight runs. He gets yanked out. He tried to deliver a stiff arm. Well, that's not exactly textbook Ole Miss offense under Lane Kiffin. 3 very conservative run calls. There is an injured player at the end of the play.
I think it's the quarterback, Austin Simmons, too. Man, that's not good for the Rebels.
Number 13, Austin Simmons.
Good news is they're helping up quickly. Molly reported he did have his ankle taped earlier, and he's not putting any weight on that left leg now. Spirited affair in the SEC opener. Ole Miss on the road, a 7-point lead, 6:12 to go. This is the last play of the last possession, the 4th down when they turned it over. Kentucky, Zach Calzada grimacing in pain after he threw it away. He's twice had shoulder surgery on his left shoulder, and it looks like that might be the problem again. So he's watching from the sideline, and Cutter Boley is the new quarterback. He's a redshirt freshman from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Went to high school right down the street at Lexington Christian Academy. Take over at the 40, 60 yards away from a tying touchdown. Play action pass. Looking for McGowan. Flag thrown on the Kentucky sideline. Ole Miss 45. Nearing 6 minutes to go. Dante Dowdell bouncing off would-be tacklers. 15 more for Kentucky. They've moved the ball well their last few possessions. Now trying to get a tying touchdown. 4:20 to go. Boley off the bench, running out of time, and he'll be sacked back outside the 30-yard line. The 3rd Ole Miss sack. They're celebrating mightily, and Lane Kiffin telling him to calm down. These last 3 possessions now. They have the better running quarterback out there. He's tricked down this time. Will Mark Stoops start to use timeouts? Yes, he will. Chambliss gave it to Kewan Lacey, running room outside. Down the sideline he goes. And he spins down at the 17. They're going to mark it at the 18-yard line. Quite frankly, it didn't look like there was a lot there. But they threw the flag. There'll be some phone conversations around the league about the officiating here today.
It's pretty impressive.
Lacey, they're trying to strip him. They cannot. He took a direct snap and lost a yard. And 14 at the Kentucky 22. Trinidad Chambliss, the backup quarterback. Both starting quarterbacks knocked out of this game due to injury. And avenge last year's stunning loss to Kentucky and Oxford. It is a 10-point lead. There is a flag down.
Jackson Dart. Now they have Lacey, they have Simmons, and they have many playmakers on defense that make it hard to beat them.
And they might not have the high-end draft choices, but they do have quality depth. Boley chopped down at the end of the run at the 41-yard line. 13 yards for him. Seemed to be in excruciating pain. Boley against a three-man rush. That's caught. Hardly Gilmore, the fourth. Inside the 30. And spinning down at the 21-yard line. Sage Ryan, the transfer from LSU, finally stopped the play, but that's 38 yards. Punter is the holder. Well struck. And good. Wilson Berry, number 93. He runs out, leaves it for LaRosse. It is fielded by Ole Miss, by Caden Lee, out there with the hands team. He has terrific hands, and Lane Kiffin and the Rebels are going to survive.
Second, third, and fourth quarter version of Ole Miss. Starting at the beginning, they're going to become a very difficult team as the season goes along, assuming they can start a little better in the next few games.
So much adjusting to do. I mean, it's life in the portal, but this is a dramatic version of it when you bring back only 2 starters on each side of the ball. There's a learning curve. A little woofing, it seems, at the end of the game here. And some respectful handshakes as well.